Hey everyone, my name is Richard and I'm the solo developer behind Resonant Blade. If you're into sci-fi or action-adventure games, or you just like watching someone slowly build a game one pixel at a time, then, well, you've come to the right place. So let's jump into it. Starting with some big announcements, Resonant Blade will be in the upcoming Steam Next Fest. It's been really difficult trying to get things ready for this, so devlogs have kind of taken a back seat for a while. For the Steam Next Fest coming up, a public demo is going to be available featuring all the latest updates. You'll be able to play from the very beginning of the game up until you beat the first boss and leave Ionia City. With all that being said, I'm planning on launching the game after Steam Next Fest. But as for an exact date, that still remains to be determined. There's a lot of things I could try and cover in this latest devlog, but I think I'm going to focus on my latest marketing push and demo week that already happened. I started working with a video game marketing firm a couple of months ago. I'm honestly not sure if it's the wisest investment, but that remains to be seen. So far, they've helped get the game some media attention, but we're still hoping that this will translate into more wishlists during the Steam Next Fest. Speaking of wishlists, if you haven't already, please go over to the game's Steam page and click that wishlist button. It's really easy to do and will help the game's exposure and visibility on the Steam shop.
Right now, Resonant Blade is sitting at about 750 wishlists, so if you guys can help me crank that number up, that would be awesome. One of the more recent things that I've been working on was prepping the demo for a preview week. The intent was to get some streamers to play the demo and build up interest in wishlists. There were a lot of things to try and get the demo ready for this event. One major hurdle was just putting the demo on Steam. In the past, I've put older demos on sites like GameJolt and itch.io, which was actually very easy and intuitive to do. You just export your build from Unity, zip it up, upload it onto their site, fill out some metadata, and hit publish. Going through Steamworks, on the other hand, was very cumbersome and annoying. A lot of the documentation is needlessly bloated with technical jargon that doesn't really help you do what you're trying to do as a game developer. I found the whole experience to be kinda antiquated and frustrating. I just assumed that a game market like Steam, which has been around for seemingly forever, would make it pretty simple to upload your demo and game. Well, I was pretty wrong about that. After many days of this back and forth, I finally managed to get the dang thing uploaded and working with a key. Then to make it public, you have to get the store page reviewed and then the demo reviewed, which took about 5 business days. Other things that I was doing to prepare the demo was finishing up lighting in some of the areas like Upper Ionia and the intro scene. I also finished the interior of the Sonic Nexus Club and added some more NPCs. The skip button got a new font and proper button glyphs depending on if you're using a keyboard mouse or a controller. I had to rework and add button glyphs for other dialogue tutorials too. I do almost all of my testing and playing on a keyboard and mouse, so I ended up forgetting to add a controller button for throwing grenades. I had to go back and make sure that that was in there. Besides lighting, the first cutscene of the intro scene now has a camera pan down to the landing pad. Also, I replaced the little Mega Man projectiles from your ship with some nice lasers instead. I added some zoom effects during Dorian's cutscene with the big destroyer robot. The camera zooms in when Dorian parries the eye lasers and also when the big robot is charging its mega laser. The big robot also laughs after killing Dorian. The 3 soldiers will all say something different when you talk to them after Dorian dies. Atlas also talks to himself after getting ready for combat for the first time. This is followed by a tutorial screen that shows the basics of combat. I added in another tutorial screen when Atlas first approaches a turret enemy. This screen shows you how you can parry projectiles to absorb resonance to build up your triad attacks. In this case, it's the Wave Blade ability which helps you with this encounter. I had a cool idea from an early playtester suggesting to make these hollow gates more like dash-through resonance gates. I thought this was a really interesting way to combine dashing, platforming, and the resonant tone system all together, and it didn't take all that long to retrofit these. I refined the title screen quite a bit. The buttons that used to fly in were jittery and jerky. Now that motion has been smoothed out like butter. Also, I changed up the font for the menu buttons. The company name also appears at the bottom left. Still making the game solo, but I went ahead and slapped an official game studio name on there. Seems a little more official, I guess. The save load menu is in place. There are 3 save files, and everything is done through autosaving. When starting a new game, it will automatically select the next empty file to save to. If 3 files already exist, then you'll need to delete one. Deleting files is fun. You hit delete and watch it go bye-bye. Real cutting edge stuff. Basic stuff, but it's working for now. It feels good to have some of the core systems locked down. After getting all this done and much more, I had the demo up and running on Steam for a little over a week to try and get some streamers to play. We had a couple of streamers take the plunge. It was very enlightening watching people completely new to the game play it in real time. Things I thought were simple, or things I thought I had fixed a long time ago, were still causing some problems. One very odd thing was the timing with deflecting projectiles. For some reason I've yet to uncover, I added a tiny delay after you hit the projectile, but before it's redirected. So if you don't hit it early enough, the projectile will continue on its original trajectory and still hit you. This happened a lot, especially since I had added directional momentum to all the normal attacks. So you're just constantly ramming into the projectiles. Getting rid of that delay fixed the problem. I went ahead and also made the enemy's projectile speed just a little bit slower, just to make sure deflecting projectiles is more enjoyable. Then of course there were the bugs. Some game-breaking bugs, unfortunately. Weird things were happening after respawning and then reloading your save. Parts of the UI menu would pop up. Basically, references to persistent objects were not being reloaded all the time. I believe most of these problems have been ironed out now, and I'm looking forward to getting more people to play the demo. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for some more updates about the upcoming Steam Next Fest demo and the launch. Also, I'm going to need some playtesters after Steam Next Fest to play through the entire game. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. Alright everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.